Hello, bestie. Welcome. My name is Vaish, and I am going through a little bit of a slump. I feel super unmotivated, and I don't know, man. I'm not able to hit my reading goals recently. Like last month, I read 2 books, but in June, I was able to read 10, so you can see how that's like different for me. I'm just not feeling it anymore. And today we're gonna change that, hopefully, or in the next few days. Yeah, to kickstart that, I have my day off today, and I went and I hung out with my friend, and I just got back. That's why I'm looking all nice. That was really a much needed bestie catch up for me. I really had fun, and hopefully we can keep the momentum up of all the good vibes and get some reading done, get some work done for future videos, because I haven't been making as many videos as I'd like, or I did not meet my video publishing goals last month, but hopefully I can get it up and running now. And yeah, I thought I'll take you with me. Maybe you're going through a similar time. Maybe you just want to like have your cup of tea or coffee and just sit back and watch something casual. So yeah, whatever it is, I'm glad you're here. And let's get into it. I think the first step when it comes to getting out of a slump without excuse is to have a really clean space. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. My room is not that messy right now because I did try to get out of the slump earlier, and I cleaned earlier, but clearly it did not help. Anyway, today I just got to change the water in some of my plant pot and organize my laundry that came back and all of that. So I'm gonna be doing that right now. And some Slump. Okay, got my water, my electrolyte. Let's do this. And as I'm doing that, I am thinking of watching some or listening to some podcast or something, a little bit of Wizard Liz, if you may, because I don't know, I just need to hear her yell at me for being like this, for being so down. Yeah, I just want her to like, I don't know, wake me up, because she tends to do that.
Friends, whoever made you feel like shut up.
I don't know why it looks so cluttered on camera, but I swear to God, it is looking much better than it did before. So it's a good thing. Now let's water my plants. Well, they're already in water. Good. Let's up. Let me show you. These are my babies. Don't look outside. Just look at the plants. There is more here. These ones, yeah, so they're in dire need of a change of water, so let's do that really quick. I'm gonna put you on time lapse. This is not dragging my face anymore. What's going on? Anyway. Okay, now that is like all done, I think we can focus on some serious stuff when it comes to getting out of the slump. Mainly, I need to plan out the next 4 videos for this channel, because I know that helps me. But before I do that, let me quickly run you through the 2 books I read, because I don't want to make a separate video for that and be like, oh, here's my July reading cap. I only read 2 books. And let me rephrase, I did not even read them. I actually listened to them on audiobooks. So you know, your girl was really going through it. So the books I read were Lessons in Chemistry by Why am I forgetting the authors right now? Hold on, let me pull up my Goodreads, because if you didn't track it, it didn't happen. No, I'm kidding. This lighting is so bad. Let me see if I can fix that. Okay. So, the first book I read last month is Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmis. Oh my gosh, what a book! What a book! Because, I mean, not just a book. I just fell in love with Elizabeth Zott. How do I explain this to you? She is who I aspire to be when it comes to standing on my business. Like, she is what I imagine my dream woman to be. This book is about a woman who is in the STEM field. She is a chemist, and it is about her struggles trying to make it, trying to get recognition and respect when it comes to her research, her struggles in that patriarchal society, and how somebody like her, so strong and absolutely confident, somebody who would not take disrespect, how someone like her who has sworn off from getting married and all of that and have devoted herself to her subject, how someone like her falls in love, how someone like her becomes a mother, and all of that. It's just so good. It's so good. It is a 5-star read for me. I don't think I gave, yeah, you know what? I did. This is my second 5-star read this year. So, and I read 32 books so far. So I thought it was really, really good. Another book I read, on the same theme of womanhood and all of that, I read Blood, The Science, Medicine, and Mythology of Menstruation by Jen Gunter. What a brilliant, brilliant book. I wish I read this back when I got my periods. This is so important for young women, like women in general, to read. Such an important book. It teaches you about all things related to being a woman and entering your puberty and entering your menopause down the line, and pregnancy, about contraception. Everything goes through everything. There's a lot of information, a lot of technical scientific information, but still it's written in layman's term. Like, everything is so easy to understand. I don't know if it's because I listened to the audiobook, but to listen, and especially listen from a woman who constantly, she's giving you information, but at the same time she's also breaking down conceptual, like, myths that people might have or people have passed down generationally. I thought this was a brilliant, brilliant book, and it was a pretty long audio book as well, but you know what, no complaints, because I think it was important. And if I ever, I don't know, have my, you know what? Yeah, I haven't thought about this before, but I think this will be a book I will gift to hopefully my kid, my daughter. So right now I'm thinking I would focus on doing some research, going through Pinterest, all of that, and come up with some ideas for what videos to make for you guys next. I don't know what happened. I just ran out of ideas. I have this, like, Notion, what is it called? A Notion board full of ideas, and just don't feel like any of those ideas align with me anymore. I don't feel inspired to make none of them. So I need to come up with new ones for sure. So, like, so far I have two ideas. I'm making one right now because I felt like that's like the best way for me to like kickstart that momentum. Yeah, so let me show you really quickly. The first one right there is trying to get out of Slump plus July reading recap, which I just did. And next up, I was thinking I'll make a video on swapping my screen time with reading. I don't know if that's something I should make, but I just can't come up with anything better. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But yeah, we'll see. I'm not gonna show you what ideas I come up with, but you'll see as I make them. But yeah, I'm gonna do that right now. Right now it's 4:50. I'm thinking when I'm finished, it'll be like 6 and we can go for a walk. So I will be back soon. Hey guys, the time is 5:40 right now, and I came up with one more video idea. I'm not gonna show you yet, and I also figured out what happened to my camera and why my thing wasn't working, and now I think it's working now. I think it's working. I was just trying to come up with new ideas, and I don't know, I can't think of anything. What's going on? So I am done. Everything I told myself I would do so far today. Now I'm thinking I would head out for a walk because I can see the sun kind of looking really golden, and I know it's like the best time to go out. So let me take you guys with me. Let me just put on something else, and yeah, join me. Come for a walk. You need it. Let's go. So I'm at the park. I've been Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton. First of all, it's such a good book. It just shows you how as you grow up, you make mistakes and you have these times when you are thinking selfishly or, things like that. I'm like not that far into this book. I'm only like halfway in. Enough. I like this book, but I feel like it's also part of the reason why I'm feeling a little slumpy. Like, is that a word? A little bit like unmotivated because I don't know, it's making me question in the best way possible. I love this book. All these things I'm doing, and it's making me criticize my actions a little bit more. And like, I know that this book does not encourage you to be critical about yourself, but I don't know why, but for some reason I am being more critical and I am being more hyper fixated on everything I do. I want everything to be perfect going on. So like, I don't know how I can fix this, but I'll work on it. But I feel like our time in the park is over. I'm gonna head back home and take a shower, do some journaling, and I don't know, I'll update you more. I just got home, you guys, but I'm headed to take a much needed shower. I sweat a lot. I walked for like 40 minutes and then I sat down, read my book. I also did some gratitude journaling, which made me feel amazing. Like, my mind is in a really good place right now, and I love that. I am so glad I took this walk. Y'all, when I was leaving, there was this little kid. She's tiny. She's in this like blue little frock and a huge hat. And she's walking around with her dad. And in our park, there's this little scavenger hunt. and she was able to find all of them, all of the little like animals like butterflies or flower, like it's spread across the park, and she was able to find all of them but the last one, which is the frog. And I was sitting at the bench and I was watching them, and I know where the frog is. So I don't know. I felt like I had to like give her a hint or something, because she was like, I really want to find the frog, and she was like so cute, and she was not giving up, and she was like going at it. But then when she gave up, I felt so sad, and I just had to like help her out. So I went over. I was like, hey, like, were you looking for the frog over there? And she was like, yeah, but I couldn't find it. Like, so cute, you guys. Like, I don't know how old she is. She's so tiny and cute. And I was like, I might know where the frog is. Um, Not to be creepy, y'all. Her dad was standing right there and he was like, really? Where is it? Like, we've been trying to find the frog for weeks. I was like, the frog might be hiding behind that bench over there. You should go check it out. Her dad was like, really? Are you sure? We never looked there, but he called his daughter like by her name, and I was like, maybe we should go check it out. I think she might be saying the truth. And then she was all so excited and like jumping up and down, so excited to go check behind the bench. And I kind of said bye, and I like didn't wait for them to find it or anything. But like, I don't know, I just left and I could hear them in their excitement when they found the frog. I don't know, it's like such a small thing, like it's a small event today out of everything else, and I feel like just that little girl's happiness for finding that frog in the scavenger hunt tops everything. Everything. I'm just so happy right now. Anyway, I just wanted to let y'all know, because, your girl felt like a little fairy who went and told this little girlie that what she's looking for is right there or something, and like walked away. And they don't know me. They don't know who I am. They don't know where I came from. Like, I'm just living my own fairy tale, you guys. Anyway, I'm gonna take a really thorough shower and I will be back. I am back from my shower and I made a little bit of yumminess over here. I'm not gonna be filming anymore because it does get a little too loud in this household during this time, because the rest of my family is on the other side of this room watching movies, sometimes binging. So yeah, it's gonna be loud in here, so I'm not gonna film anymore. But for tomorrow, I was thinking, as I said, I was thinking I'd go to the gym. I'm not allowed to be filming in there, so I don't think I'll film any of that, but I'll definitely be going in case you wanted to know. But yeah, I feel like today was a success. I know I didn't do much, but personally, I feel like over the past few weeks, I was really down and I was not feeling like creating anything, or just, I don't know, I was not hyped up about like life in general. I was going on monotone, nothing special, nothing inspiring me to do something. And I strayed away from the things I love, like reading, working out. I haven't been working out ever since I went to India. And yeah, you should check out the videos I posted about my trip to India after 6 years of being here in Canada. But yeah, ever since I went there and I came back, I haven't worked out at all. But before that, I was working out every single day. And I don't know, I think my slump was going on for a little longer. And I know that today, whatever I did, it's not enough. And as a testimony to myself, I will keep pushing myself to like do things that I know will make me feel better, like going on walks, doing journaling, meditating like I used to, going to the gym, all of that. And yeah, I am forever grateful for you joining me as I try and learn and I figure things out as I go. But yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I love you. Bye.